Welcome, everybody. The official Sports Stacking League Twitch competition. Some of these stackers currently hold world records, and other stackers have blown their divisions out of the water.
Oh, okay, alright, that was the first attempt.
Ooh, there we go. No fumble.
597. This is very, very close.
Gentlemen, this is the most competition we've ever had in a bracket.
Oh, having some trouble there.
Congrats to everybody else for being very close.
Looks like a solid time.
Finish it off clean.
Hello everyone, I'm Lawrence Masterin, and welcome to Stacking League. Stacking League is an online event where we see stackers go head-to-head in a variety of different sports stacking events. Some of these stackers are the top 100 fastest in the world, some of these stackers are representing their country in tournaments across the world and online, and some of these stackers just really love sports stacking. Now, let's see what event we have for today. This event is called Win Some, Lose Some, and it's pretty different. Each stacker is going to have 5 points, or 5 lives, and they're going to have to get within 0.3 of their best 363 time in tournament. For every time they're unsuccessful, they will lose 1 point, and we're going to keep on going until there's one stacker remaining who has points left. Now, it's very interesting because it's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage for some of our fastest stackers because they're going to have to try to get a lot of fast times in a row. So let's see who we have for today. And it looks like our 3 stackers are Tim Brown, the fastest stacker in Connecticut. We have Amkar Bolero representing Team USA state teams from Virginia. And finally, we have Simon Cooper from Team New Zealand. So representing the Black Stacks, who I'm just going to say this straight up, they have one of the best uniforms in all of sports stacking. So I personally might cheer up for him because of the uniform, but I don't want to have any commentating bias. So stackers, please unmute your microphones, and you'll do one warm-up for the 363. All right, just about ready to go. Simon's taking his sweet time with this warm-up. All right, so we're going to be going from fastest to slowest. Now, just as a reminder for the audience, Tim Brown has to get 2.478 or lower in every attempt. Simon Cooper has to get 2.640 or lower, and Amkar has to get 2.774 or lower. So we're going to start with Tim. First attempt. You can hear from his reaction, that's probably something good. 2.238, showing his consistency right off the bat. We're going to move on to Simon Cooper with a 2.640 he has to beat. So go ahead. Has some fumbles on that up stack, so it looks like he won't be beating his time. So Simon now has 4 lives, while the rest of our stackers have 5. Amkar, go ahead. Amkar has to beat a 2.774, and it looks like he just does do it, so he's still staying at 5 lives. Moving on back to Tim for his second attempt, or second time. Man, fast and consistency from Tim Brown, 2.237, very solidly under his 2.478. Simon, go ahead. It looks like that 3-up stack is giving him some trouble, so he will not be beating his 2.640. Amkar, move on to your second. Has a slight hesitation on the up stack, but you could tell from the clap that down stack was able to bring him back just barely under that 2.774, so he's staying at 5 lives. So Tim Brown, go ahead. Very solid still. 2.335. Simon, with the only one who has lost a life so far, has to beat a 2.640. Go ahead and do your next one. Has some trouble once again. It looks like he may not be having the best of days, but it's possible to make a comeback as long as he stays smooth, stays consistent. We can see a good comeback from him. But until then, Amkar, go ahead. Solid stacking from Omkar as well. 2.669, staying at 5 points. Now, just a reminder for our audience, Tim Brown and Omkar Bolero, both from Team USA state teams, both having 5 points, and Simon Cooper sitting at 2 points, but we'll see if he can make a comeback. So, Tim Brown, go ahead. Tim Brown with the consistency, with a 2 points slower, or rather faster than 478, still in it. Simon, go ahead and do your next one.
That, you know,
Has some trouble on that down stack again, but it's hard sometimes. So he does have 1 life left, so he's going to want to stay solid and consistent from here on out. Omkar, go ahead. Omkar, that up stack giving him trouble, so he will be losing his first life. Now down to 4 lives. Tim Brown sitting solidly at 5, and Simon Cooper on his last life. So Tim Brown, go ahead. Looks like he is staying solid and staying consistent. 2.341. All right, Simon, go ahead.
oh yeah.
Oh, no. Trying to show off some style, but unfortunately it looks like Simon Cooper has lost his final point and will be eliminated from this competition. So good job to Simon, but it looks like we're having a state team battle between Omkar and Tim Brown. Leave a comment down below who you're going to be rooting for. Omkar is representing Virginia and Tim Brown is representing Connecticut. So Omkar, 4 lives left. Move on to your next one. Solid stacking from him, under 2.774. Remember, Omkar has to be 2.774 with each attempt, and Tim has to be 2.478. So, Tim, go ahead. And Tim just does not want to fumble today. He's doing very solid. Omkar, go ahead. With a fast down stack, though it doesn't look like he was able to do it. 2.899, that is slower than his 2.774 that he has to beat. So Omkar is down to 3 points, while Tim Brown is staying pretty solidly at 5. So, Tim Brown, go ahead. Ooh, Tim Brown had a fumble. How many tries did that take him? That took him way too many. Looks like Connecticut was giving him a little bit of luck today, but he does lose his first life, so it's going to be down to 4 points. Omkar, go ahead and do your 363. Omkar is staying solid. He wants this. You can tell how much he's trying to stay solid right now. All right, Tim Brown, go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, that looks like the 6 falls, so it looks like he will be losing another life. So both of these state team members are down to 3 lives left. So it's a tied game. This is what I was talking about at comebacks. It's going to be very interesting to see just how this plays out from here on out. So Omkar, go right ahead. Staying solid with the clap. You always got to react to a good time. That's always how it's got to go in sports stacking. All right, Tim Brown, go ahead. Tim Brown is saying solid. So both of our stackers are going to be staying at 3 points. Omkar? Solid time from him. Once again, I want to remind the audience, Omkar has to be 2.774 with each attempt, and Tim has to be a 2.478. So Tim, go ahead. Ooh, Tim has a slight fumble in his upstack, but that will be enough to cost him an extra point. So Tim is now down to 2 lives, and Omkar is now in the lead with 3 points. Very close competition between these two, so let's see how it goes with Omkar's next attempt. Staying solid, staying consistent, and most importantly, staying at 3 points. That's the Omkar way. All right, Tim, next attempt. He has a slight fumble on that 363 upstack. He grabbed the wrong amount in his right hand, and he does not beat 2-4-7-8, so that is enough to cost him 1 life. Tim Brown, once firmly in the lead, is now down to his last life, while Amkar is now the one sitting solidly and sitting tallly at 3 points. So let's see if he could keep that height above Tim Brown. Amkar, next attempt. Staying strong. Amkar, once again, below his 2.774. Tim Brown, on your last life. Let's see if you can still pull it through. There we go. Solid time from Tim. He doesn't want to give up quite yet. He wants to show that he can be able to reach up to Amkar right now. All right, Amkar, still at 3 lives. Get ready to go. Yes, a solid time. Slight hesitation. Yep, he had to be 2.774, and he does, in fact, beat it. So Amkar is staying at 3 lives, and Tim is still at 1 life left. All right, Tim. Oh, with that cup flying away, that cup was definitely trying to fly away to our winner of this event, Amkar Polero, representing Team Virginia. All right, we get your tall. Just go a little lower. There we go. Smile for the camera. Great job to all of our stackers in this episode. It was a very exciting competition, but it looks like this time Amkar was the one who was able to come out on top and be able to defeat the rest of our competition. So that'll do it for this episode of Stacking League. If you like this episode, please give it a like and leave a comment saying what your favorite part of this episode was. I sure have a lot of favorite parts. It was a very exciting episode. But until then, be sure to subscribe so that you can be the first to watch the next episode when it comes out directly to this YouTube channel. But until then, stay tuned, stack fast, and I'll see you in the next one.